The day of reckoning for the Democrats finally came. The Senate has acquitted President Donald Trump on both articles of impeachment. He will not be removed from office. So on the article of abuse of power, the Senate found the president not guilty by a vote of 52 to 48. With Republican Senator Mitt Romney being the only Republican to break ranks and join the Democrats and vote not guilty. On the article of obstruction of Congress, the Senate found him not guilty by a vote of 53 to 47. And on that one, Mitt Romney, I believe, voted with the Republicans and said not guilty. The Democrats needed 2/3 in order to impeach him and remove him from office. 2/3 of the Senate. This was monumentally, colossally off. They weren't in the same universe. They weren't in the same galaxy. They weren't in the same multiverse. How do you want, after all that time and all that energy and effort, how do you wind up like nearly 20 votes short? Listen. Every single person on the left who made you think there was even a small chance that this would work, shame on them. Shame on them. I was maligned for sticking my neck out there like I did with the Mueller report, and I was right about the Mueller report, but I was maligned for doing it on impeachment too. When you go out there and you say, as somebody who's on the left, this is stupid, this is dumb, this isn't going to work, this is probably going to help them. Why would you go down this path if you know it's going to fail and you know it's going to help them? If you say your main goal is getting rid of Trump, okay, fair enough. Well, what you're doing here is the opposite is likely to happen as a result of what you're doing. You are helping him and making it more likely he gets a second term. Why is this simple logic not setting in with people? When you go out there and say it, I swear to God, otherwise intelligent people turn around, and you know this. You heard people say it. You saw people tweet it. You saw segments about it. They act like Kyle's gone soft on Trump. He's weak. He's weak. He's sympathetic to the Trump administration. That's why he's saying what he's saying. Because, it's not possible that somebody on the left has an intellectual, strategic disagreement where they've thought it through thoroughly and they know they're right. No, it can't be that. It can't be that. Kyle thought it through and saw how it was likely to play out and said, hey, we should avoid that worst case scenario at all costs. No, I'm going to go with the theory of he secretly likes Trump. I'll go with that one. Well, then what do you want me to tell you? You're a fucking idiot. You're a virtue signaling little idiot. And I've seen it. People I love, people I respect, acting like, we got to be strong. We got to be strong on this. And in order to be strong, you impeach them. And it's like, there's a difference between being strong and being stupid. I think my anti-Trump, strategies are really strong and intelligent. I think the idea of just impeaching with this weak ass line of argument, I thought it was stupid. And how many times did I tell you guys? If you're going to impeach, because now's when people say, oh, okay, well, hold on. So what are you saying? You shouldn't impeach over anything because it's not going to get through? I've answered that question before. The answer is, if you're going to impeach and there's a 0% chance that it's going to get through, you at the very least have to pick super substantive issues where even with you losing, the public case you make is so strong that it swings public opinion against him. That's my standard. Because impeachment is not a jury trial. It's a political process. It's a political process, not a judicial one. So since it's a political process, yes, you make political calculations. No shit. No shit. So that's why I said if you're going to impeach, you have to do it over emoluments corruption, because the evidence is overwhelming and it would shock the conscience if people knew the details of it. Or you do it over genocide in Yemen, which actually ties into emoluments corruption because he's taking money from the Saudi Arabian government and arming them and helping them massacre women and children and babies in Yemen. So if you were going to impeach, which I think strategically there's a debate to have as to whether or not that makes sense to do, okay? But if you were going to do it, you cannot do it over a stupid Ukraine phone call scandal that nobody really cares about unless they're up to their eyeballs in this bullshit 24/7. And then also, in the impeachment trial, all you guys look so smug and up your own asses with your stupid speeches with Adam Schiff. The fate of the Republic, good sir. The fate of the Republic. And what are we going to do? Vladimir Putin is loving every single thing this president does, good sir. If you don't arm Ukraine and do it immediately, Russia will take over Nebraska. Yeah. I mean, the stupid fearmonger. Why are you even bringing up the Mueller report? You failed on that front. Newsflash. So the impeachment was nominally supposed to be about the Ukraine phone call and abuse of power, but Adam Schiff keeps bringing up Russiagate and Mueller in his speech. What are you doing? Who the fuck are you whose mind are you gonna change about that? Whose mind? Answer, nobody. You're preaching to your own little MSNBC, CNN clique. That's all you're doing. People who are already convinced are the ones who are like, yes, Adam Schiff. Not a single person's mind was changed by Adam Schiff because he didn't craft his arguments to actually be convincing. He crafted them to virtue signal and pander and get those, the adoration from the MSNBC elitist crowd. These guys have no idea what they're doing. The Democratic Party is not coming to save you. It's the blind leading the blind. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. A loudmouth YouTuber like me accurately predicted the Mueller report and predicted impeachment. And people act like, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, these people know what they're doing? Rachel Maddow knows what she's saying? Are you kidding me? You're helping Trump. You're guaranteeing a Trump 2020 victory if you keep listening to these morons and these charlatans. Now, I'm a little animated right now. You want to know why I'm animated? Because I've been saying the same goddamn thing since the beginning of this whole fiasco. I was right every step of the way, and there will be no reckoning with that fact. Just like when I was proven right on the Mueller report the next day, everybody who was wrong, there was never a mea culpa. It was just like, anyway, moving forward, I think he was kind of guilty, even though it's clearly the case that Mueller didn't get him on Dickie McGee's acts. But so I want to say he's kind of guilty and move forward. So there was no reckoning that me and a handful of others on the left were correct about the Mueller report. Now there's no reckoning. And by the way, I've already seen it. People who were saying the opposite thing on impeachment, now pretending like, well, there you go, foregone conclusion, he gets acquitted. You weren't saying that 2 months ago. Who are you kidding? There's video evidence of people saying, oh, this has a chance of working. He could be gone soon. And remember who was telling you the truth every step of the way. And again, I wasn't doing it because I'm secretly pro-Trump. I'm doing it because I'm empirically looking at how the situation is likely to unfold. And now the final point, and again, this is a giant I told you so moment. When Nancy Pelosi passed impeachment through the House, what did I say? I said, pause, wait. Take your victory and run, bro. Why? Because when you win, you know what happens when you win? Your numbers go up. So Nancy Pelosi won and got it through the House. And then overnight, basically, 55% of the country supported impeaching Trump. Whoa, you got a strong majority? Wow, congratulations. So what was Pelosi doing? Sitting on the articles of impeachment. And I gave her credit when she did that. I said, good. Sit on it forever. Because if you send it to the Senate, he's going to get acquitted. Why acquit him? Why give him that acquittal? Trump was going crazy when Pelosi was refusing to send it to the Senate. Why? Because he wanted his name cleared. So I said, why would you clear his name? Sit on it forever. Sit on it forever. And then what happened? She was just holding out to try to get better terms in the trial in the Senate. And then she got pressure from other Democrats. You got to release it. We got to be strong and do the trial and try to win. So she released it. gave it to the Senate, and then he got acquitted, exactly like I predicted. When it became clear that he was going to get acquitted, this was pre-acquittal, but it was clear he was going to get acquitted. Guess what? New poll came out from Gallup. Donald Trump has a record high favorability rating of 49%. 49%. Guess what? Now that he just got acquitted, and I'm seeing the headlines all over today, Teflon Don, Teflon Don, Teflon Don, Teflon Don. Guess what? Now his approval rating for the first time of his presidency is going to go over 50%. He's going to have a majority of the country that now support him, that say, I have a favorable view of him. In other words, exactly what I warned you would happen. I told you, don't do it. It's going to give him a bump in his approval rating. It's going to hurt the Democrats because this is what happened with Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton got acquitted in the Senate. Oh, no, we got to be strong. We got to be tough. We got to try it. We got to have principles. When it passed the House, I said, Nancy, don't send it to the Senate. Sit on it forever. Who cares if it comes across looking like a gimmick? Just blame McConnell. Say it's his fault. It's not my fault. It's his problem, not my problem. I'm trying to send it. He's rigging the trial. What do you want me to do? Sit on it forever, Nancy. Sit on it forever. They sent it. Now he gets acquitted. Now his approval rating goes up. I was right again, and there will be no reckoning about it. None. Nobody will tell you. Nobody who was wrong is going to come out and say, you know what? Kyle was 100% right and I was wrong. It's lonely sometimes. It's lonely sometimes being in that situation where you're saying unpopular truths that are truths. In a world that made sense, that day of reckoning would come, but I'm not holding my breath.